Yes, we are doing spreadsheets for the deacons. And the deacons have said, we're glad we didn't counsel you to sell your house. Because they got the exact same letter that you got. And they said, we're so glad. We never thought of the kids' stability, but you're right. The kids need that. And you know what? You need a roof over your head. So good for you that you managed to get it in your own name. That's what the deacons have said to me. They didn't say, ooh, you live in an expensive house. That's far too expensive, Veronica. You should sell it and get a condo. Because you know what? I have teenagers. I have 4 kids here in the summer with boyfriends. My house is full. So am I supposed to get a 2-bedroom little home and have bunk beds for these girls? Am I supposed to do hair in their living room so that they can't sit in their shorts and t-shirts anymore? Am I supposed to make my customers hang their heads in the sink again? Because guaranteed I'm going to lose a lot of income. I have to think about those things as well. I had that trailer paid for this season. I took it off because one of my siblings said something. That season was paid for. I was encouraged by my elders, by my deacons. Enjoy your trailer. Take the free vacation. But I knew I would have to come to my family at some point. So I pulled it and I gave that person their money back.
Well,
to me, that was probably the smartest thing you did.
Oh yeah, because you know what? Let's make sure that the Veronica and the kids have no enjoyment.
You know
Okay,
what?
so that was
You know
smart
what?
that we
is-
did it.
have an
And we did
enjoyment
that.
here too.
That is not the point at all. The point is, and you know it too, Veronica, to go to that trailer is an expense, whether that trailer was paid for or not.
Yeah,
it takes
because
gas. It takes
Mom-
gas to get there. And when I know, I do it too. When you're at the trailer, when you're camping, you spend a little bit more money.
No, I don't.
Well, you know what? Then I have to say, I'm glad for you because you're one of the only ones that doesn't then. Because everybody I know spends a little more money when they go on holidays.
Okay, so we took it off and that was a smart thing.
But, Alexandra, you're not seeing the whole picture of it. You have a trailer up at Bellwood
No,
Lake.
I totally understand. I supported
It takes
taking it
gas.
off too. I know.
It takes gas to go there. Okay? But when you can't afford to put the gas in the truck to drive around and do your errands
I know.
like you normally would here, right? Does that not
100%.
seem like a logical thing to do?
I agree.
Okay.
It was a logical thing to
Now,
do.
to live in this home, okay, takes a mortgage,
Yes.
takes insurance, and it takes expenses. You move into a condo, there are no expenses.
Except for your condo fees.
Oh, where?
You show me
You
a
can't go
condo.
to a 3-bedroom apartment.
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
No,
You know
I
what?
cannot.
Where are you going to find a decent 4-bedroom home?
Exactly. That's why I have this home.
But Veronica, don't you think that being mortgaged past your means and having insurance on a home that's past your means?
And that's where I think the Canadian Reformed Church, and this whole family is part of that, has been warped.
So everybody has to pay for your debt,
No.
but you don't have to do anything
What do you mean you don't have to do anything?
with your home.
So
Okay,
it's
Veronica.
either sell or bust. Is that the bottom line?
You know what? That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm sorry to
Do you
say
agree?
so, but I believe that's what's
Basically-
going to happen. Yeah.
Basically, because your family is all given money to support your kids in Guido,
Yes.
not to support your household, not to do your groceries. That's not what we're coming with money for.
Because we don't need to eat.
Mom,
But no, our potential thing was to put your kids through Guido. And if we're gonna use money for anything else, it has to be talked about by the brothers and sisters. I'm sorry, but we feel that Christian education is the biggest thing. I'm very upset that
Which
my
is
3
why-
little grandchildren will not be going to Christian school. Do you
Yes.
know how much that hurts? They were $10,000 behind. Willie said, we will even fork out that $10,000 if it means your kids are going to school, to John Calvin. And Alicia said, no, I am not paying it.
So you're gonna help pay for Guido, and that's where you're gonna draw the line. Everyone. I'm not being an accusation. Like I'm not accusing. I'm
But-
just wondering if
okay,
that's what you're
Alexander.
saying.
That's all I can afford. Willie is going to be off.
I'm
for
not
a-
asking. No, I
know,
do. I
know,
understand.
I know you're not. But Willie's going
Okay.
to be off for a whole year
Yes.
and some.
Yes.
I can't afford to look after everything for the next year.
That's
After
fair.
Uncle Willie's back to work, maybe then.
Okay.
But
I wasn't
I-
saying you in like just specifically you because I know everyone's going through stuff and I know that some people can't afford to help. Like Uncle Dave said to Mom, I'm really sorry about your situation, but I can't afford to help. That's what he said. And so I know that like everybody's going through stuff and you're going through stuff and you're going like I was just
But
wondering
regardless.
if what you all as the brothers and sisters talked about was you're going to be paying for Guido because Christian education, I agree, is a very important thing. But then until we sell the house or the car, we're not going to get any more support. I'm just wondering. Because that's
I
very
can't
much
speak
what
for
it...
that because I haven't
I
spoken to
can't
any-
speak for the family either.
But you
Well,
said you were
you
here
said
to
you
speak
the
for the
spokesperson for the
family.
family, and you've spoken to every single one.
All right. After this, everybody felt like they were stabbed in the back. They said, we'll help with school, but that's the end of it.
Okay, so that is what the
That
family
is
said.
basically what the family has said, yes.
After my email.
After your email, yes, and after what we heard about the deposit in Florida, the Costco thing, and going out for supper, yes. Well, you can laugh at it.
No,
but you
I'm
know-
not laughing.
But you know
I am-
what? What kind of a picture does that paint?
I understand the picture that it
when
paints, but-
when I'm putting together, trying to
Okay.
pull my brothers and sisters to help my sister
I know.
send her last 2 kids through Christian education,
I
and
know.
then you're going out for dinner, regardless of who's paying.
No,
That
but it
money-
isn't.
that money-
No, how
that
can
money-
you say regardless of who's
Hang
paying
on,
though?
hang on.
You think
Because
Kevin
that
should
Hang on,
be donating
hang on.
to our cause
no,
then?
No, because
No.
you didn't say that.
Okay, now
We
you
weren't
know.
told that.
Kevin
Okay.
paid for dinner.
Okay, but you know what? If Veronica is that big in debt and he's going into this, he's coming into this family, he should have said, you know what, Mom? I'd love to take you guys out for dinner,
But not
you
only-
know what? I think we should put it to the school first because
Kevin
the family.
should pay for my. Kevin should help pay before my sister's Guido before her brothers and sisters should. That's what
No.
you just said.
But Alexander, you have a
Offer.
big debt too, eh?
I'm sorry?
You have a huge debt too, don't you?
Yes, and I'm handling that. What does my dad have to do with anything? My issue is, Kevin said, Alice, things have been shit, and I really want to take you and your mom out for dinner. It was the 4 of us. And now you're coming here saying that you're not going to help Mom with money because of what you've heard. And what you've heard is that my boyfriend took my mom out for dinner.
Alexander, we did not come here saying we are not paying for anything because of this and this and this.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Uncle
That is
Henry just
exactly-
said.
Oh,
After
oh,
the
okay.
email and after this and this and this, we're not going to help. And one of these
Okay.
thises was dinner.
Mhm.
So Kevin, what, should donate his money towards Guido if he's going to donate his money towards anything? He wanted to do something nice. When's the last time Mom's been out for dinner?
Alexander, I'm not saying anything about that. Once we found that out, that's
Okay, so that's gone anymore now then. And so is the Costco thing because that was like 2 months worth of groceries. So that's gone too. And the deposit was put down in 2012. So that's gone too. So then what? Those things shouldn't matter anymore. Except for the fact that maybe we can get the deposit back. But other than that, those things don't matter. Kevin paying for dinner has no say anymore. You guys can't speak about that again.
Well, also, I asked if you still had intentions of going to Florida, and it's like an I don't know.
Yeah, it is an I don't know, Nettie.
What do you, what's the I don't know?
I don't know.
What is the I don't know?
I don't know. If I have someone who says to me, Veronica, go.
All
think?
expenses paid? Okay.
You just said last week that you were probably gonna have to cancel that. So
But regardless, if Grandpa Walnut says to Veronica, I want your kids to go. If Grandpa, who I've just had coffee with the other day, if he says, you should go, because we did talk about it, is my family going to be like, oh, Veronica?
yes,
They are. They're going to be like, no, those people shouldn't pay for
But
Veronica to go to
it's
Florida.
it's not just your family. It's your church family as well.
Yeah, but you know what?
Okay, and the
But
I
deacons.
think that
Don't
the
go there,
church
you know.
family
You
should
know.
all, in very unclassy way to say, is shut the fuck up. Do you know why? Because up until October, the church family thought Veronica and Andrew were fine. The church family thought Paul and Sharon were fine until his name was read for the second announcement of excommunication.
You know what?
The
I
deacons
don't
can
know
come
anything-
here.
I don't
and-
know anything about that.
No, but you
All
know
I
what
know-
I'm saying is that you sit in church and you see Veronica and Andrew nicely sitting there with their girls. You see John and Trudy sitting there nicely with their family. You see Norman and Nellie Sherman sitting there nicely with their family. And next week they can be broken up. And you haven't got a clue. So my point saying is that the church family talking, it's stupid.
How many
It's
times?
stupid because
How many times did I try to stop you and try to talk to you, Henry? I don't want to talk about it. I just want to go home with my girls.
yeah.
Okay, then don't throw it in my face that I don't want to hear anything. That I need to shut the fuck up. Okay?
No, but
Don't throw that in my face. I've tried numerous times. Don't tell me that.
What I'm saying is that you keep saying the picture that
Well,
the
it
church
is a
family
picture.
sees as
It
well.
is a picture that the church family sees.
Okay, what about though the elders and the deacons being happy that we are able to stay here and that we should reach out to our family for help?
You know what?
Do you
Then I say to the church, you know what? We as family will help her with the school. You guys look after the house, the bills, and the groceries.
Okay.
Then I will say that to the elders and deacons.
then that's where we're at.
Because I won't
Okay.
support this house, the vehicle, and the insurances involved with this house and the vehicle because it's beyond your means, in my eyes.
And I can't at this time. I would, if I have extra money, I could give a grocery card or whatever, or a gas card or whatever, but there's no way I can do that on top of Guido. Because I will fork out $400 to Guido, but if Veronica says we're not gonna send our kids to Guido, well then I can't help with that. But then my Guido payment and John Calvin payment still stay there. So
Yes.
that is not money in my pocket.
No, I'm not accusing you
Okay.
of having extra money in your pocket.
No,
Absolutely not.
That's what, all I'm saying is, if I'm gonna give you $400, I'm sacrificing my membership. So the only thing I'm not getting out of it is a tax receipt,
Yes.
which could be huge too, but I'm willing to donate that.
Yes. Okay. All right.
So we realize you're not doing the greatest, understandably. Definitely not. I know this is a very hard time for your mom and you guys. But when we're painted with this picture about how things are going, we have to confront you when we have these things brought to us, right?
Okay.
If we are your spokespeople for the family
Yes.
to talk about it,
Yes. Yes.
okay?
You've done that,
I
and
suggested
now-
coming here with all the brothers and sisters. But then I thought about it and I thought, no. I said,
Well, the
that's,
elders
that's
said that
not
they
fair.
wanted to have a family meeting, so
Well, if the elders want to have a family meeting with them here, that's different. I mean, We could come, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let the elders set it up.